All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord, prophesying, preaching, teaching in the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom, Barakatham. And I just want to say a few words on just some news and prophecy here, man. I'm on a blacklisted news.com, which has a lot of good information to stay in the loop on things going on in the world, geopolitics. And as you can see, when I scroll through this, there's a lot going on. All right. And ultimately, and I'll basically title this, everything we're saying is going to be proven to be true through prophecy, roughly speaking, paraphrasing that, but, when you just look, man, at the state of the world, there's plenty of reason for us to be anxious in the sense that, this place gets destroyed because we're seeing all the signs that Yahweh Shai said we would see that was spoken about in Matthew, the 24th chapter, what Ezra saw, when the angel imparted the knowledge and the wisdom unto him on what would be the parting asunder of times, and we're in that time, man. It says, this first one says, Blackstone prepares a record $50 billion snap up real estate during the coming crash. So that just basically tells you that they know a crash is coming, and they're buying the most precious asset that this polluted world really has to offer, which is real estate. Now, real estate is not as wealth, it doesn't provide you as much wealth as it should, because really it's just buying the house on top of land, and really you should own land, but you really can't own land in this society because, property taxes there. At any given moment, Esau can jack up property taxes $10,000-$20,000 a year, and if you don't pay it, he can come in and take the land. Even if you built the house from scratch or you paid off a house, that's how it works. So real estate, that term is it's the most valuable, but even compared to other things, even compared to what it should be, it's not really valuable at all, But you can see they're buying up these things, man. And what does that mean? That means these are the things that happen at the end of a society, I'm going to get this Habakkuk real quick, Habakkuk 2. And I'll just start at 1, because that's what the spirit of this whole thing is about, man, just being occupied in prophecy. It says, I will stand up on my watch and set me up on the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me. All right, it says, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. All right, it says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And that's what we're doing. We're running that that's read it, man. We got the truth. We got it. We got the breakdowns. All right, now we got that. It sits in our spirit, and at that moment, some jakes get to that point, and then they reject it. But some jakes, those of the hopeful elect, they digest it, the bitter and the sweet, and what comes after that is sharing that knowledge. That means that goes back to the running part, That's what we're doing. We go on the highways and byways and we make videos. All right, it says verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And this is the main point right here, man. All right, it says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right, and that's why I say everything that we've prophesied, man, is going to come to pass. All right, the collapse of America. All right, the plagues hitting this place. All Edomite countries are going to get heavily plagued. All right, you're going to have World War III. We prophesied that, the Charagma, which we all know Esau's getting ready to push. Okay, he's going to try to subdue the world through his witchcraft on the left-hand side. All right, but it's not going to work ultimately. It says how you end 2030 agenda is driving farming restrictions. The war on food is part of the larger war to conquer the world. It now it is now patently obvious that this is an intentional attack. U.S. technocrats use fear to drive the world to sustainable development, aka technocracy. So they disguise things under terms like sustainable development. It sounds so positive and uplifting, man. All right, but we know that's how this guy gets down, man. You know, I'm gonna get that in Psalms 55 real quick. Um, Let me see. Is that Psalms 55 or Psalms 54? No, it's Psalms. Yeah, Psalms 55 and 21, it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. All right. So you can't get caught up on words like sustainable development, because the only reason he can even try to convince you of that you need something sustainable is because he's made everything unsustainable. He's the one that's polluted the earth. He's the one that's put plastic everywhere, destroyed the ecosystems. All right. Polluted and poisoned the air. He's put you on a diet that destroys you. All right. Everything is processed foods. The cheapest foods are the worst for you. And he stagnated your wages, so that's basically all you can afford. All Jay can afford is McDonald's at this point, man. All Jay can afford at this point is Dollar Menu. And those are some of the worst foods. It actually costs more to eat healthy. But now he's got a solution for the problems that he caused, man. You know? Read that again, Psalm 55 and 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, and the swords are drawn, man. If you don't comply to this, mark my words, to this 2030 thing, they're gonna put you down, man. You're gonna be locked up, or you're gonna be put down, period. Because we know this guy's MO. How did he take down Gad? He came peaceably at first with his head down. That's why the scriptures say, in that Sirach 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy. Because as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, man. All right. As soon as you look up, you see the devil for who he is. That's how he got Gad. He came in peaceably. Gad was nice to him, took him in, showed him the lay of the land, got him started on farming and husbandry and getting crops. All right. And what did he do? All right. That's this guy's MO, man. It says new bill aims to take digital ID to make digital ID pervasive in the United States, man. Representative Bill Foster has introduced the Improving Digital Identity Act, a bipartisan bill that would increase the federal government's involvement in the digital identity ecosystem. The bill is set to be approved by the House Committee on Oversight and Reform, man. So you see where this is going, man. All right. They're talking about taking over farms, restricting your carbon use. All right. Putting digital ID. All of this is prophecy that we spoke about, man. All right. I'm going to go to James 5 real quick. I'm sorry, verse 4, it says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, man. All right? Because everybody's crying about inflation, Farmers can't make any money. It's a mess. You have a car bubble right now. Now the car market's going to crash because they're selling auto-backed securities now. Now in 2008, the great financial crisis, you had mortgage-backed securities, but now it's the same thing in the auto market. And really, that's not the only market. There's several markets that are grossly overvalued, man, which means you have basically a giant asset bubble. And when that thing pops, it's going to hurt a hell of a lot of people, man. A lot of people's homes going to go upside down. Their cars are going to go upside down, and what they're worth. You know, they're not going to be able to afford their notes. All right, you're going to have a hella repo men out here, man. That's going to lead to violence and bloodshed, man. You know, and when the economy completely collapses, they're going to come in with a new solution, and it's going to be linked to this digital ID, man. All right, but right now, people are upset, man. They're on edge. These wages are not paying what they need to pay, man, for you to live your life, and you know, and be able to take time off of vacation here and there. You know, this is only heaven for a very select few people. Most Edomites are not even enjoying themselves anymore, man. That's how bad it's gotten. This is their kingdom. All right. It says, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered in the ears of the Lord Sabaoth. Now that's talking about the elect mainly right there, you know. But we're tired, man. Verse 5, it says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanton. All right, because they don't have to cut down their carbon footprint. They can still burn jet fuel, you know, chartering jets all over the world. They don't have to eat insect-based proteins. They can eat steak. You got to be a vegetarian, eat a monstrosity burger, okay? You're the one that's got to cut back. You know, it says you have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you, man. All right, so this is all par for the course, man. More and more prophecy, man. Look, just what I was talking about, man. Truckers shut down Port of Oakland in protest of Gavin Newsom's labor law as California's supply chain goes from bad to worse, man. People are tired, man. Truckers going on strike. This is going to get really, really bad out here, man. And Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, is going to be in full effect. And if you don't know, familiar with that chapter, that's basically going into Jacob's trouble in the times leading up to Yahushua returning, man. All right. And we're basically there. We're on the horizon of that right now. Lord willing, it happens tomorrow, man. You know. Now, the Lord is not going to come back tomorrow. There's a few prophecies that need to take place, you know. Like Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, World War III, you know, the charagma. Once you start rolling this charagma out, man, and we're basically out of here, man. Things are going to go by really quick. You know, you can read through a lot of this. You know, you got the monkey business on here and all types of other things going on in the world, man. But, you know, put up prayers, man. Prayer and fasting, man. You know, do your absolute best, you know, to stay in the spirit, man. Because we should be in the spirit of hastening Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai returning. Because I'm tired, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm ready to get the fuck out of here, man. You know? So I'll end it there, man. Hopefully you brothers were edified. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachak Wadash Wa Abba Babal and Shalom.